think that Jesus Christ is talking about something when he's speaking with the scribe in the Bible. He says, "Foxes have dens and birds have nests, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head." So when you listen to Jesus Christ, you're going to be talking about Christianity. And you're going to be talking about Christianity because you're going to find yourself talking about people. And you're going to say, "Oh, I see. This is what it's all about. He's talking about people." And I think that, for instance, this could be one of these versions of being in America that we need to take a look at. Because there is a Jesus Christ, and he's talking about his version of things and how you would understand or experience Christianity. And I think that what we tend to think to ourselves is, wait a minute, there's an easy answer to this question. There's an easy answer to this question. Let's talk about people. And by the time you get to the homeless communities, you wouldn't think that the Christianity belongs to Jesus Christ. But if you don't give that Christianity to Jesus Christ, you're gonna burn in Gehenna. Why? Because you're not afraid to hurt somebody, and you're not afraid to kill somebody, and you're not afraid to murder someone on the streets, out in the middle of the streets in broad daylight. When it comes time for you to give that Christianity to Jesus Christ, because you're talking about how that Christianity belongs to you. And so I don't think that's the missing information when it comes to establishments that could be functioning. For instance, I used to work at Denny's, and why isn't there ever somebody at Denny's that's just smashing the drinks on the ground, throwing the food on the floor? And if you talk to this guy, he goes like, "Listen, man, you can't talk to me about this. You got to talk to Denny's about this, right?" And why don't we have that guy at Denny's, right? Well, you could have him anywhere else, you know what I mean? But it just doesn't make a lot of sense. And it creates enormous amounts of responsibility when establishments are creating responsibility for the rest of the world. And not every version of an establishment would see itself creating responsibility. That's not the only thing that we do with an establishment. So why would we believe that there's people who have responsibility to the establishment when the establishment doesn't really resemble an establishment? We need to take our eyes off the homeless people for our Christianity of Jesus Christ, like that I could talk about anything and sound like Jesus Christ, and I could talk about anybody and look like Jesus Christ, and you're not finding a safety net just because you're talking about the homeless people. You could talk about anybody and call yourself Jesus Christ, and you could talk about anybody to do that. And I don't think that you have a safety net with the homeless people or the homeless communities. And so you're not teaching the homeless people how to have a faith in Jesus Christ that you refuse to give to Jesus Christ. You know what I mean?